Hello and welcome to another daily market reading. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. First off, let's start off by putting on the weekly resistances, see what we've got going on, what the major points of resistance are going to be. The first one's going to be at 84, 85k. This one's going to be quite a big one, especially because we've got this recent high, which is going to serve for liquidity purposes. But that's actually not my first case scenario. I actually think this one is not going to be my first case scenario either. I think we're actually going to be seeing some sort of a push down. I'm going to show you exactly up until where. So the weekly resistances are reviewed. Now the daily resistance as well, 84k. Don't really think that's going to get hit just yet. We have a chance for us to hit it now, but I don't think that's the first thing we're going to do. This is going to be the most, I would say the most prominent supports that we've got going on in the short term, and we're going to have a look at it right now. We're going to actually head on over to the 1 hourly time frame, and then we're going to zoom in and we're going to have a really quick look. This is still the sideways range which we have been in. Okay, sideways range, and then this is the bottom side of the range. Actually, in fact, I'm going to just make it like this. And yesterday's video we were saying we traced a Fibonacci from this whole push up, okay, which basically gave us a fairly nice entry point, which was this one, either this one or this one. This was the 0.5 level. We were hoping for the price to do a pullback after escaping the range to then look for higher highs, look for that bigger target. We failed to do that. Okay, the price of Bitcoin failed to give us that reaction, which means what? Okay, what does this mean? Following our terminology, the way that we trade, if you leave a range, grab some liquidity, come back in and don't get an explosive move back up, that means you've just basically got an acceptance back inside this range. This means we didn't manage to leave, we are stuck inside this range again. We've just grabbed liquidity on the top side. What's the next normal thing for us to do? Grab liquidity below this side, okay, because we've been creating quite a lot of longs liquidity this whole entire time. So that's basically what I'm waiting for. What are we going to do next? We're going to turn on our 4 hourly support, and we're also going to turn on actually our indicators. So we decided to take a trade exactly there, basically at 78,000, because like I just showed you, it was the 0.5/0.618 level. We also were oversold on the 1 hourly time frame. We were waiting for another push up. We didn't get that. In fact, the RSI has been going up, up, and very up, while the price has actually been staying somewhat down, which is not a bullish thing to do. That's actually a bearish sign for Bitcoin. So what's my next target area? The 4 hourly support. I've got two, but the first one's going to be obviously the first one I'm going to be looking at. What have we got going on? 4 hourly RSI has got a little bit of room to move. It hasn't got the biggest room, but I do think we are likely to get some sort of a bit more of a push down. We would be taking this liquidity. We would be hitting a 4 hourly fair value gap, a daily strong fair value gap, a breaker order block, which you can't really see. You can see it right there. This was red. We crossed it. Therefore, it's now a breaker order block. And we've got this green line. You might ask me, what is this green line? This green line is the smart trend. The smart trend is not just an exponential moving average. This gray line is, but the green one is not. Okay, that's an indicator we spent a lot of time and a lot of money developing. I'm just curious as well, where does the value area high land? Hopefully it's going to be, okay, right. So this is a very big support. Actually, this is a major support. That's a trade I'm actually going to be really looking forward to actually take. 73,700, maybe 74k is going to be really big, because we would be doing a back test on all of this stuff I just told you, and we would also be testing the value area high. Okay, if we lose this level, that's not looking bullish at all. Actually, for Bitcoin, this is actually a very make or break kind of level. I also do want to point out that's an amazing divergence that we got going on, okay, on the 8 hourly time frame, we might just be given this move down, which is what we're looking for. Basically, to sum it up, there's nothing more for me to say. This level is make or break. This would be a very nice 8-hourly trade that I'm going to be really looking forward to taking. Just for the fun of it as well, what we're going to do, we're going to hide indicators and we're going to be tracing a Fibonacci retracement from this low all the way to this high. And we're actually going to be applying a different level, which is the 0.382. See if by any chance we get a match. Okay, definitely. Okay, there's no questioning. There's no nothing. 73,500. Like, I feel forced to go long. Okay, whether I like it or not, my trader within me is telling me there's too much stuff in this area for me to ignore it. I have to go long in this area. Okay, if you want to learn how I look at these support and resistance levels, I've actually made a video today, and I might post either today or tomorrow, telling you exactly what I look for when I look for my supports, for my resistances, and how I do my analysis on every single coin and actually any asset. Really, this is not something that's just stuck for crypto. I just happen to be a crypto trader, but I think the things that I'm going to be showing you in that video are just going to be useful for basically any asset that you're interested in. So there's nothing more for me to say. I've told you already the bigger target is going to be 85k, okay, which would be getting liquidity above this high. What a nasty divergence that we got right there as well on the 4-hourly time frame. I wouldn't be shocked if we got this push down, this push up, and then a bit more of a push down. That would actually be quite nice. I'm just going to have a look at the daily time frame, see what we've got going on. We've got a lot of money flow, okay? We've got a lot of money flow, which is, it's a bit scary, okay? Which is why I would be fine with a bit of a push down, maybe the RSI cooling off a little bit, getting another push up till around this area. And then ideally, what would be very nice is if we saw some sort of a bearish divergence on the daily time frame. That would actually make my day. But I think that's too far ahead in the future. We're not there yet. Let's have a really quick look at Ethereum as well, for example, see what is going on. Let's zoom into the 4-hourly time frame. We are still, this is the 15-minute support, and we're going to turn on the 4-hourly support and resistances. This is going to be a nice area for us to take a trade. We've got two places. This would basically mean we would be expecting some sort of a dip down below these levels. So grab some more liquidity from this whole range that we've been in, break this support. And here I would be quite inclined to look for a long. We've got the, let's see what we've got going on in this area. We have got the 4-hourly exponential moving average and actually the smart trend as well. We've got a 4-hourly breaker order block, a 4-hourly inverted fair value gap, a 2-hourly normal fair value gap, which we can see right there in this green rectangle. Let's have a really quick look volume wise what we've got going on. Another thing, okay, that I'm not going to get tired of emphasizing is nothing is better than having a look at what Bitcoin is doing and cross-referencing with other coins. If Bitcoin's going up, the other coins are probably going to be going up. If Bitcoin's making it to a very big resistance, then be very careful. This also same as Bitcoin, we've got a really good place, value area high. This area right here is going to be extremely important, really difficult for us to break. If Ethereum breaks 2,338 and we break it down, we would be getting acceptance back into this volume profile, basically acceptance back between the value area. If you know anything about volume profiles, that's no bueno, that's not good for Ethereum. So there we go. This is going to be an area to keep an eye out. 2,325 roughly is the area for Ethereum, and the next one would be 2030, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Those are my areas for Bitcoin and Ethereum, and like I said, if you want to learn why I use these support and resistance levels, I'm probably going to be posting a video out today. Thank you so much for watching. Also, please do remember you have got access to these indicators using the descriptions link that I've left you there, which is going to take you to my Telegram, where you can send a message to my support team and tell them you want access to these indicators for free. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're having a lovely day. Hope you're making a bunch of money, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.